come ashore straight onto the beach, and if you've got a steep gradient, then the boat actually is tilting like that. And with a rough sea behind, the boat actually fills up, and you can actually lose or significantly damage the vessel because it's filling up with water. And that's what's happened on several occasions to several boats, where the gradient is pretty steep.
Mine was one.
Yeah.
So to conclude, the net sediment drifts in an easterly direction, although it does go both ways periodically. The average is meant to be 5,000 metres cubed a year if you average it over 20 years. But in any one year we've seen almost 15,000 metres cubed shingle arrive in any one year, so it can be higher and it can be lower. Currently, or historically, there was a net loss along the Hastings frontage year on year if you added up all the volumes. In recent times, because of the Bulverhide scheme and works down the coast, it's been accreting. Obviously this will only continue or stay stable if they continue bringing shingle in further down. The sheltering effect of the harbour arms we've discussed is why you're getting this build-up of coarser shingle in that corner. And the coarser shingle combined with the wave climate is creating that naturally steeper beach. We've got the problems of climate change as well, which I'm sure you keep getting told about, but might not affect you too badly in your working life. But we have to look at that and how we work on providing or combating these effects. This is not a problem just for that beach, it's a problem that's going to affect the whole coastline. The other problems are the increased frequency of storms, which might lead to you not being able to get out as frequently. I know you've had problems, or Yasmin's told me you've had problems not being able to get out as much due to, is it the direction and the strength of the storms, or is it the initial study that Chantal asked us to do was just to assess what's currently going on, what's gone in the past. And the idea is to use this information to look at solutions to the problems, or things that Nick or Chantal would look at doing in conjunction with the harbour arm. So the next page is some suggestions, not mine I hasten to add. They've come from all parties and different things. We'll perhaps go through a few of those.
That's what that first one's helping.
The other thing was with the shingle lost out the other side. The shingle you've lost out the other side, which you lose year on year, you lose about 5,000 metres cubed. The Environment Agency pay, when they dredge it offshore to bring it in, between 20 and 30 pounds. Now 5,000, that's, even at 20 pounds, is nearly 100,000 pounds worth to them. Just tell them you've dredged it and bring it back. No, but what they might do is do some work. If they came, collected it, reprofiled the beach or provided dozers, there might be a way that they give you money each year with an agreement they can take away.
The agreement could be worked out with the local authority and DEFRA because of the specific rights within the ground, and ownership of the ground is never in dispute because the council own the ground, but we have irrevocable licence to the ground, and that includes the shingle. So obviously compromises between the two aspects could work, where we could actually work a sort of symbiotic relationship with a local authority for the benefit of everyone.
Reconstructing the harbour arm, we were talking about this earlier, possible works that go on. The other possibility is raising the harbour arm, whereby it'd stop shingle coming over completely. So instead of just fixing it as it is, you could raise the arm, but stop shingle coming over completely. And you can then recycle that from one side and never let it build up to the stage where it's coming over. You then have to self-manage, because obviously you'd still be losing shingle, none will be coming in, taking some of that material, but at least you can place it where you want to. So that's it for options that they came up with originally, but as I say, what the actual it might happen will be a combination of different options.
Regular recycling is if it's going to be cost effective to move the shingle back to save the town buying it, and you paid us for the shingle, great, we agree with that.
We'd take it before it got this far.
And then you've got the permanent bulldozer aspect. We've got permanent bulldozers, but as I've already explained, the thing is just keeping the upkeep of the bulldozers and having sufficient understanding from DEFRA and the Environment Agency that it needs to be a constant. And it's something we've done once, but we need a constant input to be able to keep the beach maintained, to keep the fleet in place. I'm worried about always looking at the bigger picture and not just the short-term fix.
No, quite,
because
yeah.
it's what we don't want to do is just go ahead down one road and waste an awful lot of money where it'd be better spent.
Yeah.
Actually, we pay the beach is maintained now by us. We're literally doing our own ploughing in, we're paying our people to plough in, etc. But we're getting no financial assistance from it. It's got to come from the fishing boat itself. Our problem, as I said, is one of the replacements of machinery. And if we can get replacements of machinery, then we'd be quite happy to carry on this maintenance program we're doing. But we can't do that if we've got to buy new machinery to do it, and we're not allowed to earn enough money to replenish it.
When they done that last time, Nick,
yeah.
excuse me, they made a lovely job of it for the day, didn't they?
Yeah.
But what happens the next day?